very clear.
Cool.
Secure, you know, do the override, but he's got to fight his way up first.
So you mentioned RTS.
Wait, prepare for it. Slow
motion death. So you mentioned RTS, but this isn't an RTS particularly. It's just one of the many aspects of Warhawk. Starhawk.
Right. Yeah, we wanted to do something different with Starhawk. I feel like a broken record for saying that over and over and over again.
Drive the messaging.
But we really feel it's important, not only for this game, but for the shooter genre, to try to experiment with some new stuff. And just because RTS elements may not work in other cases, or RTS games may be too managey, that doesn't mean that we're going to do exactly like that. We spent a ton of time really sweating all the details about how fast-paced it should be. I mean, Harvard and I have had so many conversations with other players and the developer, you know, all the people at Lightbox and other people in Sony, all the guys on the God of War team, to make sure that building in our game is crazy, wicked fast. It's like, I think I read on Joystick right after the unveil in Austin that, you know, they said, you know, it's not really an RTS as much as it is a shooter with some really awesome abilities.
Right on.
And that's a lot kind of how it is. It's like, I can build a structure just like picking ability. Bam, it's right there.
Well, I always like to plug Michael Bay however I can.
Michael Bay?
Yes. Follow me on
this. Do we have
an
American flag that's going and an Aerosmith song?
Want to hold my hand up against your screen?
Right.
Well, anywho, you know, I look at Starscream and Transformers, and I look at the Starhawk, which we're going to see momentarily, and the way he transforms looks a lot like Starscream, because one moment you're a mech, and a moment you're a flying ship.
Yes.
Any influences that your designers kind of look at movies or books or comic books to influence the transformations of the Starhawks and maybe even other vehicles?
Yeah, you know, we looking at the way the robots transform in Transformers. Yeah. They have tons of articulation, very complicated. In some scenes, it's almost like a noise of gears and stuff like that. So we looked at it, and we wanted to make sure that our transformation, the states read very, very clearly from moment to moment. And so we looked at, you know, all kinds of different references, movies, anime, 2D illustrations, to see how we get that guy to transform and make the stability of the picture be solid for the player. Oh, here's an awesome moment, because Harvard's demoing and I'm rambling about. He's got a wave of guys coming in like 13 seconds. So one of the things he does right off the bat is build a communication tower. That's going to bring in allies that will drop pod in. Now these are smart AI bots. They will hang out with Emmett and do whatever Emmett needs. So like if Emmett goes over to the front lines here where enemies are going to attack, they'll defend. If Harvard runs up and collects this non-critical path bunker, maybe he builds a bunker, they'll know to go into the bunker, to climb up the ladders, to man it. And you can see here the enemies are attacking, and this is just a wave of these. These are partially mutated guys. These are scrappers, and they're just going to stream right in. They're like melee guys. And you can see Harvard real quickly built a bunker. If Harvard runs in there, he may get some of his guys to go into that bunker. He can grab some of those pickups, and that supply bunker has special pickups inside. Oh, and also for all the fans watching, these windows are shielded. So if you build a bunker, you're really protected on the inside. Oh, and here's another thing. Some structures can be upgraded. In this case, Harvard's socketing an auto turret to one of the slots of the bunker, giving it more offensive power.
So now it became a tower defense game.
Well, you know what? There are tower defense elements, and you know, certainly we're not talking about just a top-down flash game.
Right.
You know, there are great inspirations throughout the game industry, and I'm not afraid or embarrassed to say we reference, you know, Pixel Junk Monsters or Plants vs. Zombies. I've said it in other interviews because those have great systems.